Hello, this is going to be my update for actually the past 2 weeks because I forgot to do mine last week. Um, so, last week, two big things. Obviously, hair. I got it dyed again to a kind of like silverish type white. Um, Something, I don't hate it, but I was looking for more like like white, like a very bright white, basically, like pure white, not like silver or anything. So probably gonna have to wait a month to get that done again. Um, and then also, I went to a Renaissance fair with a friend of mine. First ever time I've been to a Renaissance fair. I put together a whole outfit and everything for it, and it was a good time. Um, I've never been to one, so it was a new experience for me, and it was pretty cool. Lots of little shops, lots of little acts going on throughout the day. Some poetry reading, some music, some like stunts and everything, and that was pretty cool. And then obviously shops with a bunch of different things to buy. I ended up getting a couple of things. Got a tankard, a wooden one, and it's a pretty nice one. It's got like this purple kind of like wood. I'm not sure what type of wood it is, but it's pretty cool. Um, I bought a like small little 4-hole ocarina. Um, you can't really do much with a 4-hole ocarina, but I thought it was pretty cool. And then I also bought a set of dice because my friend at some point wants me to join him for D&D. So I bought some dice for that. And I mean, overall, it was just a really cool day. Got to see a couple of different acts. I got to see Jack the Whipper at at the main stage, which was pretty cool. I've seen a couple of his videos online. Um, but yeah, that was previous weekend, Saturday and Sunday. The weeks during the week, obviously, just worked like normal. Nothing too interesting happened at work. Um, just doing doing what I can, whatever I can't. Obviously, journeyman's doing, but yeah. Let's see. Now, as for this weekend, um, didn't really do anything much. Went to the farmer's market, bought a couple of things. I bought a new piece of stained glass. I got this cool bookmark that I plan on using for my books and everything. And yeah, bought a couple of things. Um, yeah, so that was Saturday. Yesterday, I was basically my preparation day. Got all my laundry done, made all my food for the week. Um, you know, washed bed sheets, towels, everything of the sort, and yeah, that's basically everything that happened last weekend, or last weekend and this weekend. Apart from the fact that I did finish Berserk last weekend. I got it done Saturday last weekend. Um, I got up to the point where, well, in the deluxe edition, it goes up to the point where it turns out that the little kid that they are, encountering every like full moon is Griffith. That was like a whole thing. And as overall for the story, I think it's a really cool story. Very more on the darker side of stories, which I'm perfectly fine with. But it's a very interesting story. Pretty uh, interesting characters. And I think maybe personally, just because I wasn't going into it blind, it's not as shocking to me as it was for people who went in blind. Of like, they don't know what to expect. I knew that like it's supposed to get like very dark. So with me having that previous knowledge, I think it wasn't as, I guess, it wasn't as unexpected. So it didn't really like seem as dark, maybe, because like I knew, yeah, a lot of this stuff happens. It's not a fun story. Um, but overall, I did like the story. Changing in environments from just out in the woods to on the sea to the whole fairy island thing, and also the whole sequence at the end of it where like Casca has her memories back, but she's kind of like not she has her memories back, but she doesn't like fully have her memories back, because fully having her memories back seems to really mess her up whenever she sees Guts. But overall, I did like the story. I wanted to read the new chapters that came out, 40, I think it's 42 and 43. I don't know where I would read them. And if I were to buy anything, I would want to continue the deluxe editions for the book. Because having these 14 and then going into like little manga books, like I would prefer to just have the full deluxe edition. But that is just a personal thing. Um, but yeah, that is everything that went on over the past 2 weeks. Like I said, nothing too interesting. But I mean, yeah, I finished Berserk. Went to my first Renaissance festival, so that was pretty cool. I got my hair dyed again, and I'm probably going to get it done again in a month. And I do plan on getting the tattoo done sometime soon. So yeah, that's really all the interesting stuff going on. Yeah, as for this week, I don't really know. Working the full week and see what happens on the weekend. Maybe head out to the church again. That like alternative slash goth type club here in Dallas. Not sure. It would probably be on Sunday, which will then be followed by me going to work on Monday. So I would have to like probably sleep for most of the day Sunday and then be up so that I can, so that it's not as bad on Monday. But that's just a thought. I also went thrifting. I got a couple of new things. A couple of shirts, 2 suit jackets, a black one and a white one. A couple more pants. But yeah, that is not everything. So, thank you for watching. Anybody that watches, thank you for commenting. Anybody that comments, I do read them. I do appreciate them, and I do hope everybody did have a good past 2 weeks. If you didn't, I hope this next week is better for you. And to my video, hopefully Sunday. Hopefully I don't miss another 2 weeks, or hopefully I don't miss another week. That is everything. So, till then, see ya.